Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Apeks Halo 30 meter spool, I guess. So this is a kind of stretched out version of a finger spool made for diving in like colder conditions, or where you don't have that kind of grip in your hands. You need something a little bit larger, but you don't want a clunky ratchet spool with moving parts. Yeah, this is anodized aluminium. You can see where the inspiration from the Lifeline spool range comes in, but this is something very different, so let's take a closer look. So this is how it arrives in a kind of hybrid case display kind of thing to protect it, but minimal packaging, cardboard as well, so it's recyclable. You get a little elastic band to hold it in position, and then undo it and it becomes a little shop display, which is quite cool. Comes with a stainless steel double ender that's about 11 centimeters, and then you get the spool, I guess we'll call it. Yeah, let's take this off. It's kind of twisty tied on. I'll undo that and yeah, we can jump straight in. So the first thing is that the main body, this is made out of anodized aluminium. So it's strong, but it's also quite lightweight as well. It doesn't feel sort of heavy or clunky. It feels nice and sort of sharp and precise and lightweight, something that I wouldn't mind kind of hanging off a D-ring or stowed away in a thigh pocket. And yeah, this is really for if you like to dive in colder temperatures or with heavy clunky gloves, but you don't want a ratchet reel with moving parts and things. But the finger spools, they're just a little bit too dainty to control with your like gloved hands. They made it much larger so it's easier to control and send up line while still maintaining control without a small little finger. Yeah, this is a very clever new adventure that or invention that Apeks have come up with. Flared sides as well, like the rest of the Lifeline range, just makes a bit of a funnel, so it's a bit easier to wind things back on. And they have the new like widened sections, the cutouts in the side. Instead of just a single circle, it widens up at the sort of the exterior point. So when you're threading that line through, it just gives you a bigger target. The line itself is very much the same as the rest of the Lifeline range. So you have a mixture of Eldred and Dyneema line. So the leader itself, it has this sort of reinforced section at the very tip. Big leader, so even again with a big gloved hand, you can fit the whole thing through and tie it on really quickly and easily. And the very tip is stitched instead of tied in a knot, because they found that tying knots can actually create weak points in that, and of course you don't want it to undo through like wear and tear, so they stitched it together and that just makes it a bit stronger. The very tip as well, they've used heat shrink tape that just reinforces that section and gives you something rigid to kind of push through the hole. And when you're tying knots and then trying to untie them, it always sticks out. So again, with gloved hands, you can still grab hold of it and pull it to untie the knots that much easier. Lower down, it attaches onto the main section of the line. There's a swivel in the middle, so that allows it to twist, especially when you're winding back on, you're twisting the line again and again and again. You don't want that because it can end up tangling. So this little swivel joint just allows it to turn freely and it unswivels as you wind it back on. Main portion of the line is made out of this bright orange line, two different colors, so you can differentiate it that much easier in the water. And this is a flattened tape. So the tape, I personally find it a little bit easier to untangle it. So if you do end up tangling the line, instead of just a round line that you have to then try and pick at, because it twists over and it creates like a rise point, gives you something to grab hold of. And personally, I just find it easier to untangle it and sort the line out. Again, it's stitched together instead of a knot, so it's a little bit stronger. And with these colors, the orange, it just contrasts well against both blue and green waters. So all over you're getting a nice high visibility line so that other divers can see it, you can see it, and it's not going to get tangled up. And that's the Apeks Lifeline Halo, a very different finger spool. You use it very much in the same way. It's just a little bit larger. 30 meters is your good all-rounder, something that you can use for most dives. And yeah, if you find that finger spools are a little bit too small and dainty, if you're sort of wearing gloved hands or you struggle with your grip, then this might be the answer for you. It gives you something really positive to grab hold of and organize, and yeah, just sort of wind it back on with a bit more ease and grip. Yeah, I quite like it. I've never seen anything quite like this in the diving industry. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com. Just click on the link down in the description below so you can check it out and buy it from us at Simply Scuba. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.